Touchdown. Yeah, baby.
Hello out there, Warrior fans, and welcome to Warrior Review. I'm here with head coach Coach Boggs. I'm Austin Reams, and Coach, last game of the season went to Valwood and played a stout Valwood team. Got a lot of good highlights to show you. It came up short, but as we kind of talk about the season, talk about some of these seniors. After the game, you had some kind words to say about these seniors in this season, but tell us a little bit about your thoughts there.
Well, I think those seniors, it was a great group of guys to coach. We talked about how 3 of them had been a part of 2 region championships, going undefeated in the region those 2 years, and then winning, I guess, 3 out of 4 the next year. But going back to their sophomore year, we're 1 play away from the state championship. So, they had quite a bit of success at different points in their career. It was obviously killer losing JT Reed in the scrimmage. I hate it for him and I hate it for our team, but I'm so proud of just the growth we've seen in him as a student, as a football player, and just a leader,
And just as a quick note, he showed up to all the games and some practices, and parents were there. So what a great kid.
Yeah, you got a guy who gets it taken away from him. He's in surgery, and you see him out there at Westfield the next week, helping Walker, I believe. So, and then kind of moving on, Pearson Taylor, what an unbelievable athlete and competitor. I kind of joked that his only deficiency was he didn't play the first 3 years, but did some good things when he was younger. But how versatile is that guy? I mean, he's one of the best punters in the region. He probably could have played quarterback. He was a great receiver, great DB, on and on and on. So really, really proud of him. And then I kind of, talked about Henry Fry and Isaiah. They really have been kind of the glue to this whole thing. I mean, they led the right way. I think there was a perfect balance of positivity, encouragement, but you can also hold people accountable as well, right? So. And they made plays, and they both played through way more than bruises, That just shows their love for the game and their commitment to their team. So proud of them for that.
Yeah, it's I hate to see those seniors go, but they can walk away with their heads held high. They had great careers, and when you go and play your heart out, then you can walk off the field with your head held high. So that's good. Let's get to the highlights. We're again traveled to Valwood. So here we are, some of the Brookwood Warriors at Valwood highlights.
All right, Valwood won the toss and deferred. Brookwood's in all white. They kick it back there to James Mizell. Will be down on the 13. Open up in a little quads look. Throw the gift route over here to Pearson. Good play by Pierce Hightower and Pearson Taylor. Little QB sweep over there for maybe 3. So I think we had a penalty. Throw the slant to Seth for a first down. Good adjustment there. Run the little pin and pull play into the boundary. They play it out pretty well. Really good job when you get everybody dropping off on the routes. QB needs to tuck the ball and run. So good job by Pierce. Miss on the we don't have to tell you the whole story on this fake, but we converted, so there it is.
Success.
There are some players that know that that one's kind of an entertainment play at this point, but we did convert it. So speed option over here to Sam. He picks up a few. What an athletic play by Pierce, and good job hanging in there. So go for it on 4th down, don't get it. I think that was 14-play drive there. We ate up quite a bit of clock. But
not much time left here in the first quarter.
Give them the ball at midfield. They miss a guy. Here we are punting.
I was yelling 12 men on the field, but then I was like, never mind.
Yep. So I think Bo Spence hustled down, recovered that one. And so we got good field position here. Probably need to get this out a little bit earlier, but caught it just out of bounds.
Good athletic play by Seth to get to that. Had a lot of deep balls that were near misses.
Yeah, I had the slow screen over there. Just need to get a hat on the second level, and I think that could be a pretty good play. Timing's a hair off there, and not a whole lot of margin for error against these guys. We had an army of players, defending state champions, who beat Millage last year when they had the longest winning streak in the country. Lost a couple good players to injuries, but there's a whole bunch of really good ones out there still. Really good defensive play there. I saw Fry in on that one. He's been very productive on defense now that we put him out there. They kick it to Isaiah. He gets it to the 35-yard line, back to our sprint out play. I think that's Henry Knox.
Henry Knox with a catch.
For 4 or 5 yards. Come back this way. Pierce runs for a short gain, maybe a yard on that one. Covered up, he takes off, picks up 2 or 3 more yards, and a little QB lead play for the first. I think this Brinson King catching the hitch makes a guy miss, moves the chains for us.
This is a good-looking drive here. I felt like Seth got slowed down by the DB there.
I think you're right. Pretty good protection early right there. Good job trying to high point the ball, but in the end, they covered it well. They really did there were times where Pierce would pull it down. I thought he was going to run for 20, and they did a good job of limiting those, but still a really athletic play. So kicking off here, they had everybody up. Graham with a great line drive kick through the end zone for a touchback. Henry Knox applies pressure on the bootleg play. Great job by Henry.
Now Toby does the same.
Toby does the same thing for a sack. So doing a good job here. They go QB sweep on really long yardage, and we limit it and force a punt. Played some really good defense against their ones early, in the third quarter, really throughout the third quarter. Got good field position here on the 40. And just really close right there. We saw something with the way they were defending our motion stuff, and came out, had game plan to post, and then you'll see kind of a stutter go here in a minute to Cy that we do convert on. That was a really good play, but
Pierce is a tough guy there.
no doubt. I mean, with the stuff he played through this year, so many of our guys played through a bunch of way more than bruises. So I'm really proud of the toughness that we showed and the resilience that we showed. Good job stringing that one out. Isaiah running the ball. 3rd and 7, they pick up a couple. So another punt. Back-to-back stops out of the locker room. This one rolls out. Little sprint out.
We have Pearson here coming in for a couple of snaps.
Yeah, Pearson practiced quarterback one day in his career and looked like he'd been practicing for his whole life. I thought he did a nice job for us.
He looked really good. Yeah, looked good out there.
So gets a good punt off. They're up here around midfield at this point. Big zero was tough to tackle, but there's Wyatt Vaughn in on one. Cy Richardson, first one there. James Mizell out here. Nice little cut. Picks up maybe 4 on that one. Here's the one, the stutter go to Cy. Good protection, great job by Pierce hanging in there, and a nice throw to Cy Richardson down to the maybe 10-yard line. We didn't get them blocked up very well on that one we had earlier. Seth does not hang on, and so we're in 3rd down here. Tried to throw the slant. I thought they were holding early. Good coverage by the safety. And this ball's just underthrown. We had pretty good separation. So Valwood's got it on the 40 going in the 4th quarter here. So I thought we really played good football in the second half. At some point they subbed some guys out, but like we really competed well against their ones. So we go all hitch there for good job making a guy miss. We get about 20 on that one. Go back to the sweep play from around the 50-yard line. Just a great job by James. What a great run, physical run, running through some people and then outrunning some people.
Yeah, here we'll see it again on slow motion. So see some good blocking and just a great individual effort by Mizell.
Absolutely. Looks like Cole Ross got the end man on the line sealed. Bo Spence out there in space. I think Wyatt's in space. But really good play for us. So a lot of linemen downfield, which you like to see.
And here's our last highlight here. All right, that was the highlights, and we wanted to say a quick thing about the kicker. So let's get to it.
Well, I think it's the first time for me in 11 years that I can say this, but Graham Jackson made every extra point. So it's just pretty rare, and it obviously takes a great kicker, but you better have a great long snapper and holder, and you got to protect, right?
Yeah.
So didn't miss any extra points on the season. Kudos to him for that, and I think he made a 45-yarder as well. I would have put him out there at 55 yards. I mean, the guy's got a great leg and has worked hard at it. Just really proud of him for his success.
Yeah. Typically what we do at kind of the end of the year show is kind of, what do you see as you kind of, looking to the future, and this was a lot of young sophomores and freshmen and a couple of juniors here. What do you see what can be?
Well, I think when you look at, I've said this a few times lately, but you go back and look at history. Anytime we've had a bunch of freshmen and sophomores starting, kind of taking their lumps, well, they do. They take their lumps when there's a bunch of them. Anytime we've seen that, and them loving the game enough to stay with it and go to work and be in a 12-month process of improvement. And yeah, you do have to get some out of the halls and maybe off the streets, right? But we've literally seen really, really tough season followed up by
some really good
9 wins and then win them all kind of thing. And we've seen that in a couple different eras. So it's really up to them, in my opinion. Do they love this game enough to keep fighting and keep, it's a different game than we played when I played 30 years ago. Like everybody's doing 12 months of strength, speed, body weight improvement, management kind of thing. And so I expect we're going to do really well. I expect there's a lot of good players that'll be back, and I expect they're going to have a lot of success, but they do need to go to work right now. So.
Yeah. Well, kind of the, obviously, this was your last season, and you resigned, and we're certainly going to miss you. We're going to miss your character and what you've put in, and also miss Coach Boggs as well, and all that you and your wife and your kids have put into Brookwood. We're definitely going to miss that. You've had an 18-year career here, and it's been a great one. And we can testify. We can look at the kids that have graduated and played for you, and we can look at them and see your success there. So, first of all, we wish you all the best. Sad to see you leave, and wish you the best. And again, you can walk out of there, and I told you, when you have a job, on the first day of the job, you want to think about the last day. Your last day, you can walk out with your head held high, and just all the high character that you've shown over the years. I just want to say thank you for that. Just ending up the show, a lot of good memories. Some of these I was a part of. Just obviously state title. I wasn't a part of that, but some of the memories and games I've seen. You're not going to be able to get to it all, but what are the things kind of stand out for you? Just games and people and relationships. Tell me what stands out for you.
Well, first of all, thank you. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed working. I joke and say that there's some pictures out there where both you and I had black hair.
I had hair when we started this show.
So there's that. But it's been fun.
Yeah.
Some amazing relationships with a lot of people in this town. It'd be so hard to pinpoint, any memory being, because I can honestly tell you that, like, some of the greatest relationships I have are from the 2-8 team in 2004. Where we had 4 seniors that year.
Yeah.
But then we kind of went.
Yep. Turn it
2
around.
wins, 4 wins, 9 wins, won them all. With a lot of those same kids. But it'd be. We've had some great times.
Yeah.
We've had some amazing people who've poured their life into this school and this community, and I'll never forget them. I mean, It's just been awesome. But I don't really want to pinpoint any game, any season, any of that kind of stuff. But a lot of memories on some old beat up school buses, and in some dorm rooms and at South Georgia College and Auburn, and some cabins in East Tennessee, and some weddings and some funerals and all kinds of stuff like that. But I think the common theme is just great relationships, and that's what I'm going to miss the most.
Yeah, and hard to top that. But again, as on behalf of Warrior fans out there, just a big thank you. And again, time's coming up. Hard to sum up how to do this. I'm not real good at doing this, but again, appreciate you guys watching. And again, hope to see you soon.